8 signs that someone secretly likes you. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to look at the 8 signs that someone secretly likes you. Love is a beautiful emotion, but sometimes it's hard to know if someone likes you or not, especially if they don't tell you directly. I hope this video can help you find out the signs that someone secretly likes you and help you date. Now, let's find out the 8 signs that someone secretly likes you. 1. Attention magnet. When someone is interested in you, they try their best to show interest in you. One of these actions to attract attention is called a magnet for attention. The magnet of attention is drawn to you, like a moth to a flame. They often start a conversation with you, linger around you, and even subtly imitate your behavior. Let me give you an example. They often start a conversation from a small greeting in the elevator to a long conversation during lunch. They're always looking for an opportunity to hang out or have a conversation with you. Come here, Hyung-ju Sun. Do you want to have lunch with me? Dear Mr. Sun, the weather is so nice today. Where do you plan to go? They stay around you when you sit in a cafe. If they sit in a chair on the other side, or if you're studying in the library, they suddenly take out a book on the desk next to you. It's as if they're being pulled by your force. Sun Yun-chu, can I sit here, too? Sun Hyun-ju, I'll study too. Let's study together. He subtly imitates her body language. If you touch their hair indifferently, they'll touch your hair on the same side, and if you hold up a cup, they'll take a sip. It's as if he's subconsciously copying your behavior. Dear Sun, my hair is a bit messy. I need some water too. This may be a sign that he's interested in you. But that's not necessarily the case, and it's important to consider it collectively with all the other evidence. Let's look at the other evidence. With the magnet of attention, if this person does the following things, it's highly likely that they're interested in you. It looks at you a lot. If it looks at you without you knowing it, if it makes eye contact with you, it turns red or flustered. It asks the people around you about you. They're trying to gather information about you, your hobbies, your favorite food, your personality. They remember what you like. They remember the little things you mentioned, and by mentioning them, they're trying to show that they like you. They're trying to help you. When they see you're struggling, they're willing to help you. They're willing to take the initiative to help you. If you take all of these behaviors into account, you're going to be able to determine whether or not that person is interested in you. 2. Eye thief attention eye. When you realize that someone is secretly looking at you, it can be a moment that makes your heart race. The snow thief tries to hide their emotions, but subconsciously, subtle cues reveal their true feelings. I'll give you an example. You're studying in a library and your eyes meet. You're flipping through a book, and suddenly, their eyes meet. And for a moment, they look away, and their faces turn slightly red. They look at each other in a cafe, talking to a friend. You're having an exciting conversation, when suddenly you're being stared at. You follow your friend, and they immediately look away and cough once. You're in a classroom, and you're dealing with nervous looks. During the presentation, you suddenly feel a sense of weight. You look up and you see a student staring at you intently. When they make eye contact with you, they smile and look away quickly. Let's see if we can find a clue beyond the gaze. Eye thieves don't just have eyes. They also have some interesting physical responses. When your pupils dilate, when you look at yourself, it can be a sign of interest and attraction. Face flush. A sudden face flush can indicate a moment of embarrassment or tension. Smile. A serious smile can express enjoyment and friendliness. Of course, it's difficult to interpret these signals correctly all the time. But take all those subtle signals into account, and you'll know someone is secretly interested in you. The next time you notice that someone is secretly looking at you, be quiet, make eye contact and smile. Maybe it's the start of an exciting story for you, too. Insect. Someone who approaches your friends. Someone who is normally quiet around you, who suddenly interacts with your friends and shows up at all the events you attend. A person like this could be a social insect. Instead of approaching you directly, they might try to get closer to you in a roundabout way through your friends. I'll give you an example. Suddenly, she shows up at your friend's favorite coffee shop. A friend from a different area suddenly shows up at the coffee shop where you and your friends often go and humiliates you, as if you ran into her by chance. She's suddenly interested in your hobby. A friend who doesn't care about art suddenly shows up at your art exhibition, looks at your work diligently, and asks your friends about your work. When you talk to them, they ask questions about you. When you hang out with your friends, they often ask about your hobbies, your work, your personality, and they actively participate in the conversation. I request your attendance at a party you're hosting. A friend who rarely attends parties suddenly requests your attendance at a party you're hosting and has you pass it on through your friends. What is the reason for the behavior of a social insect? There's a lot of reasons why people behave like social insects. They like you. They like you, but they don't know how to approach you. You're trying to obtain information about yourself through your friends, or you're trying to get closer to them. You're trying to get more involved in the friend group. And they might think that if they like your friend group and get more involved with you, they'll be more likely to be included in the group. They may want to find common ground with you. They may want to find a new understanding of you through conversations with your friends. Find common ground with you and build a deeper relationship with you. Attention and make a judgment. I don't think you can know for sure that a social insect is interested in you just by its behavior. It's important to take into account other evidence and make a comprehensive judgment. In conclusion, the behavior of a social insect can be an interesting signal that shows their sincerity. Pay attention to the changes in your friend's behavior and compile a judgment along with other evidence to see who is genuinely interested in you. 4. Accidental lapel? No, is it accidental gesture? Have you ever been walking down a hallway and suddenly bumped into someone, and as soon as you bumped into them, you saw their faces blushing and stuttering? These accidental gestures can sometimes be an innocent mistake, but they can also be a sign that someone is showing a subtle interest in you. Can I give you an example? Coincidentally bumped into at the library. After turning between the shelves, you tangle with someone coming up behind you, and a book falls on the floor. They shyly try to help you. This leads to a conversation. Both hands brush against each other at the same time. As you reach for the glass of water on your desk, the exchange of a quick look, a glance, a smile, and suddenly a conversation. The friend who suddenly chooses the seat next to you in a movie theater. The friend who suddenly chooses the empty seat next to you, which you thought was a coincidence at first, but then, as the movie ends and you're talking, and you think, maybe, these accidental gestures could have happened for the following reasons. A desire to get closer to you. A desire to get closer to someone who is interested in you, but is afraid of direct access, so he tries to get closer to you by moving his body in a roundabout way. A way of showing interest in you. A way of looking at you. Or a way of starting a conversation because he doesn't know how to start a conversation. It's an attempt to see how you react, to see how you respond. Through body language, by chance, contact, to see if you're likable, attentiveness and judgment, and accidental gestures aren't enough to know what they're really thinking. It's important to put it all together with other pieces of evidence. If they make eye contact with you, they'll smile or they'll turn red. They're trying to start a conversation with you. They're doing little things for you. There's a high probability that they're interested in you. In conclusion, accidental gestures can be an interesting signal that reveals people's subtle emotions. Pay attention to these gestures and judge them with other evidence to see who's interested in you. 5. Beautiful memory. A little person who remembers everything from the flavor of your favorite coffee To the talk about the book you threw a few weeks ago. They could just be a person with a good memory, but it could be a sign that they have a special eternity for you. This master of memories may have absorbed everything about you like a sponge and kept it close to his heart. I'll give you an example. When you walk into your favorite coffee shop and sit down, this small memory of a friend who remembers the coffee you're ordering shows how much he cares about you. That mystery novel was really funny, right? A colleague who remembers the novel accurately, as he was talking about it a few weeks ago, while talking about it with his friends, indicates that he was focused on your story, and that the story also left a good impression on him. Happy birthday. I can't wait to see what happens with drone flying. Also, I've recently started doing this. He's interested in flying drones. A senior who sends birthday messages. It shows that he's genuinely interested in your life. What makes a master of memory? There may be a reason why someone shows you their amazing memory of you. Their genuine interest in you. They want to know everything about you, and they want to get closer to you. They may want to make a good impression on you. They may want to let you know that they're interested in you by showing a lot of attention to detail. They may want to find common ground with you. Remember your stories and hobbies. Find common ground with you and build a deeper connection with you. To pay attention, to make judgments, just to identify people who have a good memory. It's important to combine that with other behaviors. If they try to start a conversation with you directly, if they take the initiative to help you, if they show special interest in you, there's a high probability that they're interested in you. In conclusion, the memory masters could be people who really understand you and like you. Their incredible memory is evidence of their interest in you, and may be a good sign to start a deeper relationship. 6. Internal humor. Master jokes like a secret code. When someone often throws you an internal joke, a joke that only works for you, like a secret code, it may be a sign that they are trying to form a special bond with you. This inside humor master creates an intimate atmosphere without outsiders pinching your shared experiences or interests with humor. Let me give you an example. Who taught you those dance moves? A teddy bear? You're in a bar, you're hanging out with your friends, and all of a sudden, you make a joke about a funny thing that happened a few hours ago that only you understand. Strangers might ask questions, but you laugh at each other. When that movie comes out, we should go see it. Spoiler alert if you're watching a movie too soon. Add a reference to the movie you're eagerly waiting for, and no one else cares. But add a proverb that only you know to add intimacy. Do you want to try that new restaurant? I want to see if it smells like beef bone soup. A little joke like this reveals a special bond between you. What makes an internal humor master? This shared sense of humor can be forged for the following reasons. Forming special bonds. They may want to find common ground with you. They may want to connect with you. And they may want to create an internal humor that the outside world doesn't understand, so they can build a special relationship. Expression of intimacy, sharing a shared experience or interest with a laugh. It breaks the ice, creates an atmosphere of comfort, and emphasizes a strong bond with you. Increasing intimacy by excluding others. Using jokes that only the inside person understands. Confirming your unique relationship with each other. Excluding outsiders increases intimacy. Internal humor isn't enough to know what they really mean. It's important to put them together with other evidence. If they make eye contact with you, if they smile, if they tell you a joke, they'll give you a special compliment or a gift. They'll go out of their way to help you. It's highly likely that they like you and want to get closer to you. In conclusion, an internal humor master can be someone who shares valuable experiences, interests, and a unique bond with you. Laughter and jokes like this can be an expression of genuine concern and can be a good starting point for a deeper relationship. 7. Nervous Nelly. If someone hesitates in front of you, are there other people around who are confident and talkative, but for some reason, do they stutter and act nervous in front of you? This nervous Nelly could be indicating a sudden nervousness caused by her deep feelings for you. I'll give you an example. Shy conversations, friends who usually laugh out loud and inject you with witty jokes when they're talking to you. They tend to lose their voice and stutter. When you make eye contact, your face turns red and your eyes look downward. When you present a sudden panic, your colleague, who is brusquely confident, avoids eye contact. When presenting to you, in the audience, and appears to be seethingly nervous. Invitation failed by a friend who always approaches you with confidence, inviting you to lunch. Blushing, stuttering, and eventually pretending not to invite you. Why is Nelly nervous? Likability for you. They like you. They want to impress you. But suddenly a storm of emotion makes it difficult for them to remain natural. It's a mixture of fear and anticipation, where they're scared of how you'll react, but excited by the anticipation of being closer to you. Loss of confidence. If they only seem nervous around you, it can mean that you're special to them. Sometimes they want to build up their self-esteem in front of you, and that makes it even more nerve-wracking. To pay attention, to make a judgment, to identify people who are just nervous. It's important to combine that with other behavior. If they're trying to start a conversation with you directly, they're interested in you, they're asking you questions. If you take the initiative to help you, there's a very good chance that they're fond of you, and they're hoping to bring you closer. In conclusion, nervous Nelly may appear nervous and wavering as a result of her heartfelt feelings for you. This nervousness may be a sign that you're special to them. And it's a good opportunity for you to move beyond awkwardness into deeper relationships with a little more attention and understanding. 8. Helping hero. Always by your side. When someone walks by with a heavy book, comes to you naturally, helps you, gives you solid advice, and always shows you small gestures for your own good. These helping hero could be just a kind person, or it could be an expression of affection hidden in their desire to deeply impress you. Can I give you an example? Meet in the library. While you're studying in the library, you suddenly encounter a situation where you have to carry a lot of books. That's when you suddenly find a friend who's helping you with some of the books you're holding, and a little help in the quiet atmosphere of the library can make a big impression. Career advice. When you're at your wit's end, you run into a senior who listens to you earnestly and gives you good advice through experience. When someone truly understands your problems and wants to help you, it can be a sign of affection, an umbrella that appears like rain when the sudden rain is falling, when you're wandering around without an umbrella. A colleague who suddenly opens an umbrella, predicting your difficulties ahead of time, and helping you with a small act of consideration, can be a moment that makes you like him a lot. What makes a helpful hero? The ability to like you, to want to impress you, to show that they like you, to want to impress you, to want to help you, to want to make your life easier, to want to cherish you, to want to help you with your difficulties. Naturally helping people. Some people enjoy using their natural kindness to always help those around them, and it may have turned towards you. To pay attention and make a judgment. Just to differentiate a kind person, it's important to judge them collectively with other behaviors. If they make eye contact with you, they smile, they help you, they try to start a conversation with you, they give you a special compliment or a gift, there's a very good chance that they're interested in you and want you to get closer to them. In conclusion, a helping hero could be someone who's always there, with a little caring, a little helping hand, looking out for you. This could be a sign that they care about you, that they're interested in you, and if you understand their feelings and respond to them with warmth, it's a great opportunity for you to build a deeper relationship with them. These signs can help you determine if someone secretly likes you. However, just because all of these signs show up doesn't mean you can be sure that someone likes you. It's important to comprehend that, as well as other behaviors. I hope this video helped you recognize someone's heart. If you found this video helpful, please comment on the kind comments. Thank you. Thank you.